It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Screen! Pass! Hey, we got tight right.
Hey, four down.
Hey, number 20.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Choose the mic. Wild Bill. My 52. It's a party now.
This is Michel on the counter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 56.
Off the play fake.
Check girls.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. I got him.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Watch the pass. 20. Safe.
Check.
Hey. Watch twist.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
8.
To throw again. Newton. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Newton throwing again. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The Cans kick up and good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 52.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Let's go right here now. Jam him.
He'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go. 180.
Check. 53's Mike.
8.
Watch the edge.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's
shot.
3rd down.
That's a good shot.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, trying to get them settled down a little bit.
Now a throw right side, taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Mike 28.
Down Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
56.
2nd and 11.
Right there. 56. Coming to you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here we go.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Mike 56.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 56.
From midfield, here's Allen.
Here we go.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And here comes Berrios. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They needed a really long field goal to do so.
Kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Hey, I'm trying to collect.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Now Landry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
52.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Allen. This is the tight end to Njoku. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1.
50.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
I got you, son.
Watch twist. Watch that.
Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now Newton. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All day, baby.
Let's go.
Set. Ready.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Gun.
Not today.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Drop deep.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Let's go.
53's the Mike.
Gun.
53's the Mike.
Y'all not ready.
Check.
Out of the gun.
Take the ball.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Under 10.
20.
Hey, watch this.
From the gun, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Quick dad.
Express.
Go.
53.
Down to Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
I know you felt that one.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Great.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Operating from the gun. Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brashad Perriman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he's got to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Mike 28, you must be dreaming.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Mike 52.
Round 80.
Oh, you got deep?
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Alert! Alert!
Now this time, Allen will throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through picking up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Allen's throw is complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On play action, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
58's the mic. Here we go.
Now Newton on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. I want that.
Throwing again. Newton. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Hey, watch the slant. Check, 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 check.
Gun.
From the gun on 3rd down. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's off at the 36. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy who's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. He didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
56, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. He's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Rabbit. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
I got him.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 8. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Now watch one.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From the gun, Newton throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Fear in that offense.
To throw again, Newton.
Double up.
Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's second down.
Set 180.
You don't want this.
20.
Mike 38. Mike 38.
From the 50, Newton. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Again, Newton. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really out in the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Mike 50%.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. You can see that he thought he'd be.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. They have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jannard Avery able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Check. Fresno.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety also allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check.
From the gun, Newton. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Kill. Turn it up.
3rd and 2, Newton.
Check.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into the second-half blowout material. Here's Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where the really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? Four interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
You got him.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Give me something. Give me something.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside.
There we go.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready? 180.
Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mike 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Lucky.
Gun.
Mike, 53.
Operating from the gun. Newton. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
53 is the Mike.
Gun.
53 is the Mike.
I got you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Right side of the pyramid, and it's caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Ready? Left 80.
53, Mike. Yo.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
I'm here all day.
53 is the Mike.
Here's Newton.
Here we go.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From a yard out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing now is Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws. Right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys, but being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
Let's get
8.
Single.
Great.
Check.
To throw is Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Throw left side to start the drive is complete. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They started on the ground with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 2, Newton. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. He's got it in hand. You and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cut.
Gun.
Wide. Get wide.
Check 9.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. James has it, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Check 13.
Newton on 1st down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That's it. 180.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He don't know no better.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Let's go, baby.
They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will. because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
4 down, 4 down.
Michelle once again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Defense wins championships, baby. New Mike 52.
Now a toss, left side, Michelle. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together.